Hello everyone, this is Jody with Grace and Faith, and today we are on our next topic of our anxiety series of natural foods that we can use to help ease our anxiety. And so let me jump in with, I am a firm believer that the foods that we eat and put into our bodies have a direct impact on the performance our body has. And so, if you're filling your body with crap, your body's going to feel like crap. And so I try to do everything that I can as far as natural foods before I turn to medication. I'm not saying that I am not a believer in modern medication. I do believe that there is a place and a time for medication. And so if you are currently taking medication, this is a precursor to this video that says, do not quit your medications. I'm not telling you to quit your medications right now and just do these foods. That is something that you and your doctor need to discuss. But you could try increasing these foods into your diet to see if it helps, and then that is a discussion you could have with your doctor of where you are with your anxiety and your medication and what your future would look like with that. So let's jump into what foods are good to help with anxiety. First off, we need to address some foods that are going to help raise your GABA. GABA is an amino acid that acts as a neurotransmitter in our bodies that affect our nerves. And so GABA helps helps with sleep and relaxation. Oftentimes people who are low with their GABA have trouble with like headaches and depression, irritability, and other symptoms such as that. And so one of the things Dr. Mike Dow talks about, Mike Dow talks about is he calls the GABA a natural Xanax. And so some of these foods that I'm going to share with you next have the ability to help raise those levels in your body naturally without having to take something like Xanax. Again, if you're on Xanax, I'm not telling you to quit it, but it might be helpful to add these into your diet. The first one is switch out your coffee for a oolong tea, or there's been suggestions of other types of tea as well, like chamomile is also well known for helping. Personally, for me, I have cut out all caffeine. I have realized that coffee is a huge trigger for me. And so instead of grabbing that coffee, switch that out for a tea, and that's going to naturally help boost those levels. Second off, it is known that cherry tomatoes will also do the same thing, and so switch out and do cherry tomatoes with some hummus. But I will make a side note that I have learned that cherries are also at risk for causing inflammation in your body, which I'm going to talk on a little bit at the end of this video. So if you find that you're having trouble with inflammation like I have myself, you might want to skip that tip and not add in the tomatoes. Second off, we all know that pop is bad for us, but so many people grab it. One, for the caffeine. Two, just because they like the taste of it. So I'm going to challenge you to get rid of soda or pop, whichever way you call it, and add in, there's like a kefir or some type of probiotic. We have learned, many people know that your gut health is the core to a lot of your health, and the same thing goes with your anxiety. And so we need to get your gut in check. And so some of those can be like kefir or kimchi is another one. That's another way to add that into your body. If you don't like any of that type of stuff, there are some excellent probiotic supplements out there that you can take as well. So definitely get in. And that's even, I take a daily probiotic. There's so many benefits to a lot of the stuff that I'm going to share, but probiotic is one that I would highly recommend that you add to your diet. Even if you are not suffering from anxiety, there's a lot of benefits to that. And lastly, as far as the GABA, we're going to talk about switching out to some of your meats to shrimp, which is a hard one for me because actually in the past couple of years, I haven't loved shrimp, but shrimp actually has a high amount of GABA, and so that will help you as well. So next we want to, so we talked about the GABA and raising that up. Next we're going to talk about tryptophan. Tryptophan can help reduce stress and boost levels of serotonin in your body. Some people may be familiar with serotonin as the mood level in your body, right? So it can help elevate your moods. And so we want to be able to increase that serotonin so that we can have better moods in our day, because a lot of people struggle with that when you have anxiety. And so something that my family has recently been eating, and I'm surprised even my kids like it, are pumpkin seeds. Raw pumpkin seeds is what we eat, and you can get them in the seeds, and then you have to like break them open to actually get the inside. I just buy raw pumpkin seeds without their unseeded, like the covers. That makes sense. They're already torn apart just so it's easier for my kids. But actually we have both, because one likes to break apart the seed and eat the inside, or the shell. That's what I'm saying, unshelled seeds. One child likes to unshell them and the other one does not. So we have both in our house. I would recommend like a 1/4 cup pumpkin seeds. They're great for you. And so you can just eat those plain as a snack or throw them on top of a salad or something like that. And it's a great addition to your diet. Also, we talked about the shrimp. It will also do the same thing with tryptophan, bananas, and oats. So start your day off with a cup of oatmeal, and also different type of nuts, such as like almond nuts. I've also came across a new nut. I should have brought them up with me. It's called a baru nut. It's kind of a mix of a peanut and a cashew, and it has a tint of like a chocolate flavoring. It's very good, a little bit more expensive, but it actually is high magnesium and high protein, and so that would actually roll over into our next category as well. So if you want that, it's a baru nut, B-A-R-U nut. I buy those off of Amazon, and those are also a great snack to just grab because it's a protein. It has a lot of the ingredients and the things that we're talking about today. And lastly, we want to increase our magnesium, and especially like B6, B12 levels. I have learned a lot about magnesium. Magnesium is essential for over 300 different chemical reactions in our body, and it's one of the most, I'm trying to think, the least in our bodies. So a lot of people are deficient. That's the word I was looking for. It's deficient in most of our bodies, and it can have a lot of effects on you. It actually affects your ability to, your energy level, your ability to relax, and it's just an overall essential for your health. And so, like I said, many of us are deficient in this area, and this is something that I have been trying to increase myself, not only with natural foods, but I am also taking a supplement as well some days when I feel like I didn't get enough. So nori, which is like a seafood, which some of you might be like, but you can actually crumble that up and put that over top of popcorn or put that over top of a salad. Another way is to do like a sushi bowl on the side and sprinkle some nori on top of that. And that is a great way to get that into your system. Quinoa is another one. Some people are going to say dark chocolate, which all of us are like, yay, chocolate. But we are not reaching for the milk chocolate. We want pure dark chocolate. And so I would suggest, if you're looking for something, to go for 75% or higher dark chocolate. If you have a sweet tooth, be prepared. Dark chocolate is a little bit more bitter, but you can slowly increase your taste buds for them. So if you are like a super sweet person and you try a 75% dark chocolate bar and you're like, this is terrible, I would suggest bring it down a little bit, maybe find something at 50%, get your body used to that, and slowly raise it back up as high as you can, because dark chocolate actually has a lot of great benefits for your body. The actual fruit that it comes from is actually really good for you. And so, so find something, work your way up at least 75%, and then you don't feel bad about having your daily chocolate. And also, as we have been told for most of our lives, leafy greens are great benefit to our bodies. And so, one way that I sneak them into our family is we make smoothies, and so we put some spinach into our smoothie and we blend it up, and no one even knows that it's in there. You can't really taste it. I don't taste it at all. And so you can take some of these different things and throw them into a smoothie and take them all at once that way, and your body will be thankful for it. But if you have taste buds that aren't so thankful, that might be a good way of sneaking all of that into your system. One last thing before I jump off of here today. Oftentimes our bodies are in a state of inflammation. I don't know about you, but I know most of our country often has times of inflammation, and I have realized I've become more aware of my body and the signals it's telling me, and I come in and out of inflammation quite often, and I think that's the case for most people, just maybe most people aren't as aware. And so things like salmon and grass-fed beef can help decrease inflammation and help things like that. One of my biggest things that I go to help with decrease inflammation is turmeric. You can find this in roots. It is a root, and so you can find it in like where you find like ginger, things like that in your local grocery store. Sometimes our local grocery store has it, sometimes they do not. And so you can also get, I use ginger a lot as well, just as you know. Ginger is one of my favorite go-tos that we also do. We do a ginger lemonade. But turmeric is another one. And so if you can't find pure, fresh turmeric at your grocery store, you can buy supplements and or the seasonings as well to put into your foods. I keep a turmeric supplement as well, so if I'm not getting it another way, sometimes I will take a turmeric as a supplement. And so turmeric is huge for inflammation as well. And there was one more, and I'm trying to think of what I was going to share with you. What was the other one? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Maybe that was it. So we'll just go with that. I hope that some of these tips are helpful for you in helping with your anxiety, and some of those are as well with inflammation. Again, just to restate, I'm not telling you to cancel your medications and come off of them if you are on them. I just wanted to share these because I know that some of them have made a huge difference in my body, and I know that they could probably help you as well. But we want to do it in a safe and effective manner, and so slowly incorporate these into it, and then wait and see how your body is reacting. If you know someone who is suffering from anxiety, please share this information with them. Share this video, share the blog, share this information in any way, just to be able to help other people to learn how to handle anxiety in a more natural way. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on our next topic of our anxiety series.